everybody, before you watch the video, make sure you follow the page, like the video. Hope you enjoy.
I learned some things from Anton that I try to do nowadays, because you're always improving and you're learning. I learned from blue belts. If the guy does something good, I'm going to ask him, happy to do it. But he does something that I took from me, because before, like the Brazilian way, like you're good in jiu-jitsu at the gym, and then a guy, this is back on the day, even nowadays not like this anymore. But it was when it was underground. Someone come from another gym, then you have like to face this guy. You know what I mean? Like
the back and forth.
So you have to always do your A game.
Yeah.
Right. So your room for trying is is between that kind of. It's not all the time. So Anton, and that comes I think from this being an athlete from other from rugby. In training, we always trying. I learned that from him. Like he always trying. He's always perfecting. He's always try to push to new areas. And I think that since I start thinking that way, I think it helped me think that way more. And since I use that for me now, my game started to go a little bit bigger, you know what I mean?
I've spoken about this before, though. I think I'm able to do that here because there's not as many other guys that are like high-level competitors. I think if you went and trained at a gym where everyone was full clip a lot of the time,
you're going to have to be forced to go to your A game to keep up.
Just to keep up, 100%. Yeah. So I think that's the best. Like, I always talk about this. Like, everyone's like, oh, but there's good and bad. Like, oh, but you should train. Look, man. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you train. There's going to be benefit to it and there's going to be negative to it.
Yep.
And the benefit to training or teaching or whatever, and where you're the higher level individual at the gym, if you're disciplined, is you are going to get good at everything because you can just play with people.
Yep.
Now, if you're at a gym where you're super high intensity, full clip, all that, you're just going to iron sharpens iron. You're going to get super fucking tight on whatever the shit you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's pretty difficult to explore new things though.
Yeah.
If you're training hard stuff all the time, and you're not really exploring with people, really difficult to add new areas of your game.
So
that's the catch.
I would go specific training and just get those people and go, okay, you're going to put me into a scenario and we're going to play it out from here. That way you're able to, it might not be as sharp as if you were doing that with somebody at a very, very high level, but
no, of course we do position.
Yeah, but it's
like a Shark Tank kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's the
start
same
on your
as
back, start in this position, start in the triangle. Like, of course, you have to kind of.
That's probably the only way that you're going to get to play at that highest level, rather than just
start with
rolling.
A much more beneficial position, absolutely. But
still,
at the end of it, like you can't recreate someone's level. Like if I started in Craig's triangle, he's going to finish me. You know what I'm saying? If I start with 99% of the people here in the triangle, I'm still going to escape.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing.
It's a different thing. Yeah. But I guess, and it's kind of hard there because it's like you are trying to build up a skill level, but without that higher skill level for you to compete against, it's going to be harder to.
The catch-22.
What's working on them might not work on Craig.
100%.
So I do see this, and somebody like a student of mine, James Wooten, he. Phenomenal leg locker.
Yeah.
Just great. And so we worked a little bit on tightening up his leg lock game, and I'm pretty happy with the way it looks and the way he enters and the way he finishes. But then there were all these other weaknesses in his game. So it's like, okay, we're going to be getting you into wrestling. We're going to have you passing, and we're going to have you back attacking, and just working on those things. Get rid of your leg locks. You're not doing them in the gym at all anymore.
Yeah.
We know you can leg lock everyone here. So what's the point of keep on what? You're just going to do that day in, day out until it's pedestrian, and you're just like, oh, okay, let's go through these motions, and they tap and we restart and I do the same thing. It's like, no, you're going to be learning how to pass. You're going to be learning how to attack and back. You're going to learn how to wrestle and take people down. These are the weaknesses that I see in your game. Start developing them now. Don't wait till 2 years down the track. Don't wait 6 months down the track where it's starting to be a problem for you, because you're pulling guard against somebody who's a phenomenal passer or a great wrestler, and they're just crushing you, and you're not getting those leg entries. You need to have a more developed game.
100%, and that comes back to the stuff we were talking about before. You want the front loaded difficulty, or you want the back end difficulty. Like, I did that stuff when I was a blue belt. Like, what's a straight foot lock? And then you do straight foot locks and toe holds and everything for, 8 weeks or something. And then you get good at it, and then you try something else. It's just what you got to do.
Yeah. And sometimes if you can't do the self-assessment by yourself, and I think you did that, like the way you act is similar to what I do. Like the coach has to come and say, hey, if you want to get better on top, you're not going to start going on the bottom all the time. Let's just play on the top here for a month, 2 months, and kind of like guide someone to actually get there,
And another student that was just phenomenal at triangles, and every competition like we'd go to, after a while I'd say to her, you're either winning by submission or you're losing by points.
Yeah.
No one's submitting you, which is really awesome, but you always have the same game plan. You pull guard and you triangle. They pass, you regain guard, you triangle. And it's just this constant thing. So I said, for the next 6 months, you are not going on your back.
Triangles, or you're not allowed to do.
Yeah. And now, she's 14, 15, and now some of my blue belt students are like, oh, she's passing my guard. It's like, that's because she put the time and the effort into actually learning how to do it and apply it, and she's...
See how it works?
Yes.
That's the process to evolving and getting better. Yeah. Picking something,
it's kind of hard, like for someone. I think there's an ego thing that they have something that works really good, right? And then they're gonna let that go. I always tell these guys, look, when you're actually gonna look to improve on other areas, your game's actually gonna go down. You're gonna look bad for a while, in game wise, but that's how you're gonna go up and much bigger than when you were before,
Again, it's like tracking that line of anybody's success. It's not a straight line going straight up. There's lots of ups and downs. True. There's plateaus. That's the nature of it, and you have to be willing to accept it. I mean, Jimmy and I use our little saying for people who are learning something new. It's like, you have to embrace the suck. You suck at it, embrace that. Enjoy the fact that you suck at it. You're going to get beaten, but that's okay.
Interesting.
It's part of the process.
Have a laugh. I always say, man, you suck, have a laugh.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Have a laugh for yourself.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
Embrace the suck, everyone.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, like, and again, go and check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, like all our platforms. Give us a follow at bjj.101 on Instagram, and go and check out bjj101.com.au to access the full video library.